like they're trying to catch us at the next station.
We'll never make it. We only stop a minute. Holy catfish, can that girl ride?
Well, come on!
Goodbye!
Bye, Louise. Come back soon.
Well, thanks a lot.
Do you always catch trains that way?
It's my own fault. I wouldn't let them bring me in the car.
Now, let me.
Oh, never mind. Here's the porter. Thanks again.
Yes, sir. Our glasses.
Huh? Oh, thanks.
Good evening.
Evening.
One.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had no idea the place was going to be so crowded this late.
Crowded?
Perhaps the lady wouldn't mind.
Oh, yes. Perhaps the lady wouldn't mind.
Well, seeing there's not a single other place left.
Ah, thank you. Thanks. Begging your pardon, I've spent 3 solid hours thinking about you. I need help.
Why? What's wrong?
I'm baffled. I can't quite figure it out. Is it rancher's daughter out to save the mortgage?
Not quite.
Then perhaps it's beautiful debutante flees from desert desperados.
Nothing half so feverish.
Ah, I know. Mysterious spy catches express in nick of time.
Girl simply returns to her home in Los Angeles after a glorious vacation.
Is that all?
We can't all live in the headlines, Mr. Trent.
Huh? Oh, that. Well, it's a good thing for most of us we don't have to.
Tell me, was he really innocent? Or would that be unethical?
Oh, it would be, very. As a matter of fact, he was innocent. I wouldn't have taken the case unless I thought so.
Oh, really? Well, I always thought criminal lawyers
Now, but in the
just...
first place, I'm not a criminal lawyer.
Oh.
There was something about Cerruti's case that convinced me he was innocent. It got to be tough living with myself thinking of that poor devil sitting in the death house without a friend in the world.
I can see how you'd feel.
Well, right now, I'm feeling hungry and ready to celebrate. How about splitting a bottle of wine with me in Cerruti's honor?
I'd like that.
Fine, Stewart.
Yes, sir.
Set him up for the crowd.
Very good, sir.
It almost takes your breath away. It's so beautiful.
Oh, there's a stretch 100 miles down the line where you stop breathing entirely.
I'm afraid I can't wait up for it. It's getting late.
No, don't go yet. Wait till the moon goes down.
It just went.
Oh, only for a minute. There you are.
It's a ring.
I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it if you were engaged either. Well, I certainly wish you all the happiness in the world.
Thanks. He's meeting me in the morning.
That's careless of him.
Careless for meeting me?
No, for leaving his valuables lying about in the moonlight.
They can look after themselves, I think.
Well, from now on, I'm going to keep a protective eye on him for him.
Now I'm sure they'll be safe. Good night.
Good night.
Well, Bob, how are you?
John!
Oh, am I glad to see you. Oh, who's this, your secretary?
Yes, Miss Galton, I present Mr. John Vincent, my best friend.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Well, go on, why don't you kiss her?
What?
Well, you kiss all the girls, don't you?
Hey, wait a minute, Bob. That's not true, and you know it.
Well, at least you ought to kiss the girl you're going to marry.
Oh, now you told him. I bet you had to do it in self-defense.
Quite wrong. I was a perfect gentleman.
How did you know?
That ring, he told me he'd keep it till he found the right girl.
Sure I did.
Oh.
I should have wired you to hide it.
You old rascal. Served you right if I'd persuaded her to elope with me.
Ah, get out. Come on, Dolly. You know, Louise, I always send for Bob when I'm in a legal jam.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's it all about this time?
You get yourself settled in the hotel while I drive Louise home. We'll have lunch together and talk it over.
Suits me.
Well, here we are. I'll meet you in the grill, Bob.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye for now.
Just these two.
Glad to be back, darling?
To be with you, yes. But that ranch, I'll miss it. It was wonderful.
Maybe we can go together next time.
But I'd never want to come home.
Well, now that you're home, I'm going to try to make things interesting. How about the theater tonight? I have 3 tickets.
3?
Yes, we can't leave Bob on the loose his first night in town. You mind?
Well, as long as we can have a few minutes together.
I think that can be arranged. I don't think Wilson saw that one.
That's for good old Wilson.
Wilson does all right for himself, doesn't he? I'll see you at 7, dear.
All right, dear.
Bye-bye now. Hop in, buddy.
Thanks for the lift.
What's the matter? Lungs?
Yeah.
Well, this climate ought to be good for that. How long have you been here?
Not very long, about a month.
Well, you ought to get out in the desert. That's good for what ails you.
The desert.
Mm-hmm.
That takes money.
Not much.
Not much for a guy like you, maybe. You're a rich man.
Oh, you know who I am, huh?
Sure. How could I ever forget you, Danny? Or has it been so long that you've forgotten the name Danny?
Well, you're confusing me with someone else. My name's John Vincent.
It was Danny Driscoll when we were doing time together in that English prison.
Well, that's a funny one. You think I'm an ex-convict, huh?
They're still hunting for you ever since you made your jailbreak.
Get out.
It's no use, Danny. You know me all right. I've been trying to see you ever since I hit town, but they wouldn't let me near you at the office. I've thumbed you a half a dozen times. I've been fighting this ever since I left Dartmoor. I wasn't as lucky as you. I served my time.
All right. What do you want?
That's better, Danny. You and me always did get along well in the old days.
Never mind that. What do you want?
You're a rich man, Danny.
I'll give you $1,000. You can live a long time on that.
Listen, Danny. You were doing time for manslaughter.
You framed me, Goebel. I never committed that crime. You know that.
Why, that's not the point, Danny. The point is, they're still looking for you at Scotland Yard. And my silence ought to be worth something.
All right. Make it 2.
It's no good, Danny. You're a rich man, and you wouldn't miss 100,000.
Well, you're crazy. I'd see you rot first.
All right, then we'd both rot. Only you'll do yours in Dartmoor.
Look here, you...
Now, take it easy, Danny. Rough stuff isn't going to get you any place. You've got all day to raise the money. Here's my address. I'll be expecting you at my house tonight with the cash.
What makes you so sure I'll be there?
Well, for one thing, the little lady wouldn't like it so well if you went to jail, would she?
What little lady?
Miss Galton, the girl you're going to marry. 9 o'clock tonight, Danny, and don't forget what I said about the little lady.